is Navrachna International School, a regular morning at the school. These little cuties are excited to meet their beloved Tejal ma'am, who keeps meeting them and their friends for a little chat now and then. Founded in 1965, the Navrachna Education Society is spearheaded by Mrs. Tejal Amin, the executive chairperson of the society. The NES is acclaimed for its varied achievements, having imparted through its institutions quality education for 6 decades to the children of the citizens of Vadodara, Gujarat. Mrs. Tejal Amin has been closely associated with education, industry, and the socio-cultural activities in Vadodara. Under the banner of NES, there are 4 mainstream schools: Navrachna Higher Secondary School at Sama, Navrachna Vidyani Vidyalaya, Navrachna International School CBSE, and Navrachna International School IB. Besides the Navrachna University, the Navrachna Sports Academy, the Navkashalya, and the Eklavya Model Residential School. Hi, I am Kashmira Jaiswal, the principal of Navrachna International School CBSE, and I'm here with our beloved Tejal ma'am, and we are doing the Walk the Talk interview. Ma'am, what do you think about the implementation of NEP in all the Navrachna schools?
The NEP 2020 is a path-breaking policy document drafted by our Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi. It is path-breaking because it is charting a new way of thinking, strategy, pedagogy, and mindset, and most importantly, cultural shift that we need to bring about in our education system, schooling system. And I am very proud and happy to say that many of the guidelines indicated in the NEP 2020 are already followed at Navrachna School. Many of the new issues are being taken up with great excitement, with proper planning and strategy. And I'm very happy that our teachers have been learning on the job and are ready to take on the new challenges and the new ways of working.
In terms of the union budget allocation for education, do you have a recommendation or suggestion?
Teacher training. If NEP 2020 is to be realized in its full scope and extent, it is absolutely essential to retrain our existing teachers and train future teachers, both in terms of pedagogy, using the latest technology, and in the cultural shift, whereby they bring pride for our nation, pride for the ancient wisdom, and yet move forward in a contemporary world. At the moment, 2% of the budget that is allocated for education is spent on teacher training. This needs to be increased.
Ma'am, the current trend is a lot of foreign higher education institutes coming to India. So, do you think it's a welcome move? What are your thoughts on that?
Well, we live in a globalized world, and we need to learn from the best practices across universities and institutions of higher education all over the world. I think it is a welcome move, but there are some riders. One of them is that institutions with a good track record of academics, teaching faculty should be coming to India. And secondly, those foreign universities who set up their campuses here must also bring those best practices, and the best practices don't always come through infrastructure, they also come through faculty. So I think the key word is the faculty. It is very important that these foreign institutions who do programs in India should also bring their good faculty.
Tell us about some infrastructural upgrades or any infrastructural plans for the next 5 years in the pipeline for your schools.
Well, infrastructure has to keep pace with the change or the improvements that we make in pedagogy, implement new technology and new methods in our schools. We are looking at sports, we are looking at academics, we are looking at co-curricular activities, and more importantly, we are setting up labs and areas where students can work on STEM and have AI-based instruction and experimentation where they can do their projects. The emphasis is on experiential and self-learning, and we are setting up, we are creating infrastructure to enable students to learn on their own, to experiment, explore and discover.
Now, you have a special focus on addressing the issues of children out of school. Do you have any suggestions for the government to take up this issue and help the children who remain out of school?
In spite of the tremendous efforts of the government, NGOs, societies like ours, in our country there is still a sizable number of students who remain out of school. Our experience has been in programs like Nav Prerna, which was a schooling program for children who have been out of school, and the current program, Nav Kaushalya, run by Navratna Education Society, as an afternoon and evening program on one of our campuses for girls who have dropped out or who have no schooling, and for women, is that along with schooling or academics, we need to bring in skill-based training such that they are able to generate an income for themselves. Programs which are a hybrid of the NIOS, which is the National Institute of Open Schooling Certification, along with specific skill training, is the need of the hour.
The Power to Teach by Parker J. Palmer. Nelson Mandela. Empowering.